a team like San Antonio that's so defensively sound? I mean, how difficult is it kind of to find weaknesses in it?
You just got to play your offense. You don't necessarily have to look for a weakness. You just have to run your plays, cuts, run your sets, and try to find good shots and push the ball in transition. And then as the game progresses forward, whatever works, just keep replicating that over and over. San Antonio is such a defensively sound team. They hardly make a mistake. So it's just all about us playing a game rather than trying to find a weakness, in their system.
When you think of Tim Duncan and what he's done over his career, what comes to your mind?
Legend. One of the best to ever play, especially at his position. He'll go down in the Hall of Fame. Such an iconic superstar on and off the court, a great guy. So he is the true ideal of an NBA player, of an NBA superstar.
Do you think somehow he doesn't get the respect he should from casual fans, maybe?
It's just because Tim Duncan's not flashy. He's not. You don't see him on all these crazy commercials. You don't see him out in the public eye. You don't see him doing all these events and all this other stuff that superstars nowadays do. Movies, top commercials. He doesn't really do all that. He's to himself. He's humble, but he's not constantly putting his face out there like that. And that's cool. There's guys who want to do it another way. There's guys who do it this way, and that's probably why people nowadays don't necessarily see him like you see like a LeBron or like you see a Kevin Durant, because he's not constantly out there.
But players know.
But players know. If you follow the NBA, if you respect the game, if you know the game of basketball, then you truly know how valuable Tim Duncan is.
I mean, do you know in the sense of, because a lot of what he affects isn't, because he took 22 shots and made 15, right? Can you feel him affecting a game even if he's doing it in 30 minutes?
His passing, just his presence out there on the court, grabbing rebounds, protecting the rim, just his force and his presence out there on the court will change the game. He doesn't necessarily have to shoot the ball. He doesn't even have to touch the ball. Just him being out there is another guy you have to worry about, another guy that you have to respect.
How charged up do you get for players like Steph Curry and Kobe Bryant?
That's just the way the NBA is. They tell you, you should be charged up just as much for every single game, no matter who the opponent is, no matter what the jersey says. But at the end of the day, you're going to be more charged up for San Antonio Spurs and Tim Duncan, Hall of Famer, and Stephen Curry type player with Golden State than you would with, an average Joe, a no-name player. So at the end of the day, you just have to try to focus on yourself rather than the opponent. But games like this, you have to bring your A game. You have to play 100% your best, and you have to leave it all out there on the court.